Guys, hey, you know what time it is?
What time is it?
Tool time.
It's time. It's time for the Next Gen Retro Men podcast, episode 25. That's more episodes than I thought. So
yeah, it keeps adding up.
Hooray us! We're quarter of a way to 100. So
you know, if you listen to us straight from episode 1, we're more than a day old now.
Oh wow, yeah. Crazy.
I don't recommend doing that, but you can do that.
Yeah.
You can binge listen to Next Gen Retro Men for 25 hours now.
Jeez, I don't know about that.
All for free.
So, hey Jason, what you been up to?
Working a lot, but that's every essential employee pretty much right now. We're up to like 50% capacity in store now, so I'm exhausted. We've been kind of working on our patio. I got that barbecue set not too long ago, and we're just setting up the patio, make it look neat. Been practicing Mortal Kombat 11 characters some more, loving the game. Playing Helldivers with you, and painting Chaos Demon some more.
With Ryan, too.
Yeah, with Ryan.
Yeah.
Adrian doesn't play video games with us.
Yeah. Should probably start playing video games. It's one of those video game podcasts.
Yeah. What have you been up to, Adrian?
Well, not video games, but I finished season 3 of Westworld. It's different. Any of you guys watch Westworld?
Nope.
No. First 2 seasons are good. It's kind of what you think it is, robots and future world kind of thing. But then season 3 is just like kind of completely different storyline. I
just know Cyclops dies a lot.
Yeah, and he's not even in season 3. Like,
oh, okay.
Spoilers. But yeah, he's a robot. So yeah, they the whole thing is like they boot up robots and you kind of go to this park and do whatever you want. It's like some playground for billionaires, and then season 2 the robots revolt and hell breaks loose, and season 3 it's like just nothing to do with season 1 or 2, and it's almost like a Matrix prequel. I think I mentioned that before.
Yeah.
It goes to like what's reality and what's not kind of thing.
Cool.
Yeah, if you do decide to watch it, season 1 and 2 are good. 3 is kind of weird, but yeah. I also started Ozarks. I talked to.
My wife loves that show.
Yeah, I just started. So I'm on like 3 episodes in season 1.
Jason Bateman, right?
Yeah. He's really good.
Yeah,
so far, so
it's
good.
really good. I watched a couple episodes with Grace. It's really good. It's just too dark for me. I don't like
it's pretty dark.
Dark grisly shows kind of bum me out.
Kind of reminds me a little bit like Breaking Bad.
A little bit.
At least the first 3 episodes, but so far it's good. I'll keep up with it. Yeah, the only video games I've been playing are that Bricks Ball Crusher still on my phone. I'm like hooked on that, level 270.
I just love the name of it.
I guess now I have to play Splatoon 2.
Why is that?
I let my daughter play around with the Switch. She likes to screw around with the Untitled Goose Game. And then I'm actually sitting on the toilet, and I get a little email alert. It's like, thank you for adding funds to your Switch account. It's like, what? And like 5 seconds later, thank you for purchasing Splatoon 2 for $80. Like, okay.
I imagine you just like
this week.
Halfway through a turd and then having to like just like trying to lift up your pants and run out of the bathroom at the same time.
Hey, Splatoon 2 is only $40 on Amazon, right?
Well, then I'll give her my Amazon account. Make it cheaper.
That's fun.
So about you, Ryan?
I've been playing a lot of Assassin's Creed Origins. Still, I finished the main campaign story this afternoon. It's good. Yeah, I really enjoyed the game so far, and playing some Helldivers here and there with Jason. That's been a lot. It's been a lot of fun. And I started watching Clone Wars again about halfway through season 5.
Oh yeah. I heard that you can kind of just watch the last 4 of the last season. Is that true or no?
Yes and no.
I'm almost there. Might as well.
Yeah.
Adrian, just like watch
Power
the
through
list that I told you.
Okay, yeah.
I have reached level 1,224 on Wordscapes.
3 more to go and you're elite. Wait, no, that's 1337.
No, so I've like looked at like other people's scores. I have like 50,000 something points. There's like people with like millions.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so
many words.
Yeah, it's like it's just crazy. But
I had level 20 today while pooping.
Yeah.
Do you go to bed and just like start scrambling words?
Well, I play it sometimes like before I go to bed, and then just once I get to a point where like it doesn't make sense to me, like
I can't stop spelling.
No, like I hit a brick wall or something. Like the words just don't make sense. I don't see them or whatever.
Whenever it's all
I just
vowels.
stop playing. Yeah, I just stopped playing, and I need to start building and painting my Tau army again. I've kind of like taken a month off, but I'm ready to get going on that again. And then I've been playing a little bit of Super Mario Odyssey with Ben. He's started playing that again. That game's awesome. And with that out of the way, it's time for news.
We need a better jingle.
I love it.
God.
So the first thing I want to talk about, Sony supposedly has a secret Marvel movie in the works, and it's supposedly a Madam Web movie, and they want like a big name to play Madam Web. And like right now, like the rumors are like Charlize Theron or Amy Adams.
For those not in the know, like who is Madam Web?
Madam Web is kind of this omnipotent entity. It's like a really old woman in the comics, and she plays a part in the latter episodes of the Spider-Man animated TV show.
That's what I remember is her from the TV show, but I don't. Yeah. I've read some comics, but I don't remember her from the comics that much.
Yeah, she's.
I just remember her being really old, so I'm sitting here like, why are they trying to tap such young people to play as her?
I don't know. We'll see. It's gonna supposedly also be directed by S.J. Clarkson, and she has worked on, I believe, The Defenders and Jessica Jones. So among other stuff, but that's her tie to like Marvel stuff. So we'll see. I mean, this is all from, I believe, comicbook.com. So we'll see what happens here, but it seems like Sony's trying to make their ancillary Marvel universe with Morbius and Venom and now Madam Web, I guess.
Like with or without Spider-Man.
No, they have Spider-Man.
They have Spider-Man. Tom Holland's only in MCU for one more movie. They haven't negotiated another deal or anything. So we'll see. I feel like that's just all superhero movies. It's just like, we'll see right now.
Yep.
Especially now.
Yeah, all those Black Widow toys at the store. Like when I've gone to Target, there's like Taskmaster masks and Black Widow action figures. And I'm like,
buy them all now, and then like once the movie comes out and all the kids go nuts, sell it at like double the price.
No one wants Black Widow toys.
They will.
I think kids are gonna go nuts for those.
Can you just imagine how shitty it would be if this was last year, and like Endgame got like postponed? I'd be crying.
Yeah. COVID would have been postponed for Avengers, so
yeah,
maybe that's what happened.
Today got leaked the news that Zack Snyder's Justice League cut, that's been kind of like in discussion for how long now, is finally going to be hitting HBO Max. So that's kind of cool. Like another one of those like Sonic the Hedgehog moments where like enough fans and everything have wanted it that they're actually going to create it.
Yeah, but that's not going to be a good movie. It's not going to make it a good movie.
Is it the same movie? Just
just with the Joss Whedon stuff taken out. It's going
like
to be
the darker
less
version
funny.
of it.
Yeah,
and it wasn't really
that
great to begin with, wasn't it?
Yeah, who gives a shit?
Okay.
No, it wasn't.
It was okay.
I tried watching it. On something the other day. I was watching it and it's just bad.
I think it's fun.
Like after Batman v Superman, I haven't seen a single DC movie since.
It's not Wonder Woman, right?
No. I heard that one's good though, but I haven't seen it.
Gal Gadot carries the DC universe.
I don't give a shit.
I'm excited. I just want to see it for the idea of it. It's not longer. It's a different cut of the movie. It's like the rated R cut with like Superman in the black suit. We'll see.
Yeah.
I'm interested to see if it's a better movie.
It's still gonna have the CGI mustache and shit.
No, it's actually not gonna have the CGI mustache.
Just leave it out.
That was the new cut.
Leave the CGI.
Okay, so that's gonna make it good.
If he was wearing the mustache, then I'll watch it.
I just remember trying to watch it and it's dumb. Like, it's just not I don't know. There's entertaining parts to it, but just as a whole, like, tonally.
It was rushed.
It's trying to be, like, so dark, but why?
It's because that's what Zack Snyder does.
Yeah. Zack Snyder.
This is like their third, fourth movie in this franchise.
It was the third because they had the Superman movie, then they had the Batman
good one.
I think the Man of Steel was okay.
Yeah. But like that's okay.
Well, that's all the
Iron
DC
Man
movies.
kicked it off, and Iron Man was badass.
Well, yeah, but I don't know. I think it's
DC rushed it, man. They wanted to do what Marvel was doing, but Marvel slow cooked it. Like, there's a difference between like a brisket that you put in the smoker and you let it simmer low and slow, just giving it that good flavor, and then fucking DC threw it in the microwave.
I think that DC learned their lesson from all of this, though, and like ever since Wonder Woman and Aquaman and Joker have all been really good movies.
Yeah, I don't know.
Again,
I'm gonna come across.
I feel like they're rebooting every time.
I just don't give a fuck about those characters. Like,
I like Batman. I like the Flash a lot too.
Batman's good, but like,
I do want to see that what's his name, vampire one.
Morbius?
No. Oh my god, I'm drawing a blank. Twilight.
Robert Pattinson?
Yes, I want to see that Batman.
Yeah, dude, I don't know. I don't know.
We'll see. I heard there's drama with Robert Pattinson on that too, so surprise. In other fun news, Warhammer's really been teasing a 9th edition drop news this Saturday.
More stuff to buy.
It's really just a core rulebook, though.
Yeah, I haven't bought that yet, so I mean.
Me neither, so I'm excited.
Come on, man. Give me that Commander Far Sight.
You just got a new model. You're not getting anything.
Fuck you.
How many games have you all played?
3.
Oh, me? 0.
On Tabletop Simulator.
Yeah. I haven't gotten to the chance because right when, I was getting into it, quarantine and.
How many games of Splatoon 2 have you played?
Touche.
And how about your news, Adrian?
You guys ever watch Quibi on your phone? You have Quibi? You guys
want? Kind of wanted to because of Reno 911. But
that's one of the only things that I was like, oh, this is kind of badass. But like their whole library, it's like crazy shit all over the place. Well, anyways, it's failing badly. 1.5 billion or 2 billion starter by what's his name? Katzenberg, Jeffrey Katzenberg. I started off in Disney, split off and went to started DreamWorks.
Okay.
Well, he did this Quibi thing, and it's like an app and you can watch. It's only on the phone. Like you can't watch it on TV or computer or whatever.
That's stupid.
And it's all their shows are broken up into like 10-minute episodes, like complete episodes. Except when they're not. When it's a whole movie split into 10-minute segments, why would you do that? You could just watch it on any other platform.
I think this would have been better without COVID. Like, this is
Well,
obviously...
that's what he said too. He said like COVID kind of screwed us, but I think like COVID
should have made it easier.
Yeah, because everyone's streaming right now.
Yeah, but this seems the way this seems, 10 minutes only on your phone is for people on the go. Like, you're commuting somewhere, boom, you got a 10-minute thing to watch. I get that. That's kind of a cool idea. But when you're stuck at home and you have your TV and everything and your computer, you're not going to just sit there and watch 10-minute things on your phone all day. You know? Yeah. Just doesn't. So, I don't know. It's not something I'm interested in, but I do love Reno 911.
And that's like the only good thing I saw out of it. Like, you can watch it portrait mode or landscape mode, and like it doesn't like TV. Yeah, it doesn't like adjust to it. So like when you watch it in portrait mode, it's like cuts off like 2/3 of your screen.
If I'm on my phone, I'm playing Wordscapes or Bricks Ball Crusher. Thank you.
Yeah. Me too. What else? Oh, and sad news. Fred Willard from Mighty Wind. I remember from Everyone Loves Raymond.
Best in Show.
All
the Christopher Guest movies, basically.
Yeah. He was like, I guess like Last Generation's like kind of that guy, or like that everyone's dad kind of thing.
Yeah.
He passed away, natural causes. So.
Yeah, age 84. He was a lot older than I thought.
Yeah.
Like that shocked me. Like, said he was dead, and I was like, oh my god.
Like he still looked good.
Yeah. And then I remember I texted Kelly because Kelly loves those movies, and we actually talked about watching Best in Show with Lily.
Wasn't he the boss in Anchorman also?
Yeah, yes. He was in Anchorman.
Yeah. So, yeah.
He's very good, like off the cuff kind of.
Yeah, he's real goofy. He's super friendly and straight laced and says ridiculous shit. Like, that's what he was just genius at. So, Yep. Rip in peace, man.
RIPIP?
Yep.
Okay.
And I kind of want to end it on a little bit of a happier note. Gamescom opening night live is going to be on August 27th, and it will be the finale of Summer Game Fest.
Okay.
So that last year was pretty cool. It was the first year that Jeff Keighley kind of did that, and Jeff Keighley's really working on becoming like the games media guy, like the face of video games. I mean, I don't know 100% how I feel about that, but so far he's produced like decent content. Like, the Game Awards have gotten so much better.
Yeah, that's for sure. They don't have like random music artists performing that don't need to be there.
I mean, they still kind of do, but there's not like Schick Razor sponsorships, and it's not on Spike TV anymore and stuff like that.
You don't have Keela singing "Milkshake Brings All the Boys to the Yard."
Yeah, I mean, you had Green Day last year, and that's just the rock and roll version of that.
Yeah, that's true.
Keighley, he used to drive me nuts in his interviews. Like, he would ask these real pointed, guided questions, and he would almost make a statement and then just say right afterwards, and then it never really gave the person he was interviewing a good chance to like say things. It was real. I don't know. That used to drive me nuts. He doesn't really do that anymore. And the best thing I remember with Jeff Keighley was the first year of PAX South. Tom and I were walking and we saw him, and Tom just yelled, "Keighley!" And he like turned and looked and was all like confused because he didn't see anyone he knew, and it was and he didn't know who said it, and it was, I don't know. So every once in a while, Tom and I just yell, "Keighley!" at it, and I don't know. So yeah, keep up the good work, Keighley. I'm digging what you're doing right now.
Keep up the good work, Keighley.
Keighley. We're gonna transition to our main topic of this episode, and that is comfort food. By that we mean like a game, a movie, a TV show, just something that brings you comfort. It may not necessarily be the best thing, but you just enjoy it. Like it's comforting to you. It's a happy place for
a
you.
meatloaf doesn't taste good all the time, but you know what? A meatloaf's sometimes good.
Yeah, don't get meatloaf at a restaurant. Like it's a very cheap dish to produce. It's good. I like meatloaf when we make it at home, but I wouldn't go to a restaurant and be like, "Ooh, I'll get the meatloaf."
On the other hand, don't make sloppy joes at home. Get those at restaurants.
Yeah, don't get those anywhere. I mean, make sloppy joes at home, but when you're like alone and the apocalypse is, oh wait, well, shit. All right, time for sloppy joes. I have
Madwich mix in my little COVID case.
Yeah.
One of the things that brought this up was last week when I said I was playing Assassin's Creed Origins. Said it's like comfort food, and with COVID-19 and pandemic and quarantine and social distancing and all this craziness right now, kind of wanted to talk about some things that are good and comforting. And I feel like right now for me, Assassin's Creed Origins is doing that. It's not breaking any new ground. It's just a giant open world. I'm collecting things on the map. I'm going from here to here and back to here. But I'm just able to kind of sit back and enjoy it. Yeah, and I have been doing that. Yeah, there's been some tense moments and there's some heavy parts of the story, things like that. But it's been just a good, relaxing playthrough. And I'm not done with the Season Pass DLC, and I'm still doing some of the in-game quests here and there. But like, it's like an 8 out of 10, I think, in my opinion.
I'd give it a 9.
No, there's just there's some stuff, but anyways, I don't really want to talk about it. I just want to say, like, it's a good game. Like, I'm enjoying it. It's comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
It's a pair of sweatpants that have the elastic a little bit worn out, you know?
Yeah.
It's meatloaf.
That's a good wording.
It's meatloaf. If we're gonna talk about, like comfort stuff, it's basketball shorts, because that's all I've been wearing for months now.
Same pair.
I know, I got a few different ones, but yeah.
Okay.
Anything y'all are playing right now that's scratching that itch for you, that's just giving you that good
for me
comfort? Maybe not even playing, like watching or doing, like just a good comfort food.
Anything with a good loot grind. Like, it's something that I can shut off my brain and just play through a game and upgrade a character over time. Like, some good examples of this are Diablo 3 is good comfort food. Or the Diablo franchise. I've been playing those Warhammer games like Inquisition and that Warhammer Chaos Bane are good, fun little loot grinding games. They're not great games. They're maybe 6 out of 10s. But they're fun for me to play because I don't have to try hard. And I just kind of relax and level up, and I hold the R2 to spin around in circles and kill a lot of monsters, and it's good.
That was like patrol stuff in Destiny for me for a while. Like, I could just log in, kind of shut my brain off, and just grind for materials or weapons and stuff. And then there was obviously like raids and
Gambit.
Gambit, some high level stuff that
Gambit's my comfort food too. I would say that was like Gambit, Titanfall 2, like whatever that Frontier Defense is.
Yeah, for sure.
It's good comfort.
Like, anything in Titan, like I love, like Titanfall 2, I can log in, have some fun, and then not worry about it. It's just, it's a good, just relaxing playthrough. But then again, if I want, I can hop into some higher level online matches or jump into the campaign into some different areas, and I can get that, edge of your seat stuff, but I can also just kind of relax and play it.
What about you, Adrian? What's your comfort?
Mine are more kind of like zone out games. Like right now, Dr. Mario, Tetris, those kind of single screen puzzle games.
Some good music there.
It stressed me out.
You just kind of like, I'll just sit there, like I'll play a game or something, and then like, towards the end of the night where it's kind of all right, it's time to get to bed. Like instead of going to bed, I'll like play another 30 minutes of like just Dr. Mario or something. But yeah, it's just kind of like a relaxing zone out kind of thing.
Yeah. And there's other games that I can play. I think Windjammers is a good one. I can just kind of hop in that and play a few matches against the computer. And
I'm gonna download that still.
Yeah, it's really fun.
It's good.
And like Dead Cells, I just kind of can hop in and start a run and die, and I'm like, okay, well, that was fun. Not worry about it too much.
Helldivers scratches this itch too for me.
Yeah, I've had some fun with that. I mean, I used to do
goofy.
with Alienation as well. Like, I can log in and just kind of do my thing there, and
yeah, I like the old like Command and Conquer games too. That used to like just
yeah,
sit there.
RTS games are real comforting if you're playing against computer and not having to worry about like micromanagement and all that stuff.
Yeah, hit that tilde key, bump in some commands, man.
Build some additional pylons.
Yes, you must construct additional pylons. I mean, there's some other video game stuff. Like, I can go and hit Super Nintendo. Like, I can put almost any cartridge that I own in my Super Nintendo and enjoy myself for a little bit. The main ones are going to be probably F-Zero. I can, especially like Night League, that first circuit. Yeah, I can just kind of jump right into those and have fun.
Yeah, like Mario Kart 64 was also another one. You just kind of clear the data and then just try to get all the trophies again.
Yeah. And my ultimate one is probably my favorite game of all time is Super Metroid. And I can just hop in there and do a playthrough in a few hours. And
I should really go and play that again. It's been maybe 20 years since I played Super Metroid.
Dude, that game holds up so well.
You gotta set up a little indoor tent like I did where this whole thing started.
Yeah, it's I kind of know where everything is. I just can kind of autopilot my way through it a little bit, and still has those high intensity moments. Love it.
It's a good game. I remember it being really good. It's just there's so much out there that's new that I want to experience that it's hard for me to go back and play something that I've played before. But like, this is why these games are comforting, is because you can do it and it's just like, it feels good.
Because you played them like a million times. You can just kind of
like, God, I have so many hours in Diablo and Destiny 2. Destiny 2 was oddly like one of my most played games last year again, and I'm like, how? And I'm like, I guess I spent a lot of time playing it.
Yeah, we did a lot of the stuff when
the new expansion,
Dark of the Moon, or whatever the fuck that was called.
I think that's an album.
That's Dark Side of the Moon.
I know.
And we'll get to that in a little bit. But so, how about some non-video game?
Well, you mentioned Dark Side of the Moon, so music. If I want something a little more classic, I like Rolling Stones. Something a little newer, contemporary. Charlotte really loves the White Stripes. So like on the weekend we'll like, clean house or just hang out or whatever, and she'll
Seven Nation Army.
Yeah, she'll put that on Alexa.
You gotta put on some Rush, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Queen.
We do listen to Queen.
Mm-hmm. We have a ELO, Electric Light Orchestra. We have some of their albums, and Ben likes to put those on the record player every once in a while. It's kind of I like them a lot.
I've actually been really enjoying listening to like my favorite video game soundtracks while I paint.
Mm-hmm.
I have this little tiny Bluetooth thing that I bought to play music outside on our patio while I grill, and I bring that inside, and I'm listening to like the Chrono Trigger album, like orchestrated a lot lately.
Mm-hmm.
Because I want to play the game again, but I don't really have time to play that and do all the other hobbies that I have. So listening to that soundtrack, I can kind of play it through my mind while I'm playing.
Do the Bloodborne soundtrack.
Ugh. That stressed me out.
No,
The
man.
group from PAX, what Pitforce?
Yeah.
Yeah, I listened to like their Zelda album.
I've had the Mariachi Entertainment System CD in my car ever since we left, and every once in a while I just put it on.
Yeah.
They're good.
Mm-hmm.
It was in my glove box when my car was busted and in the shop for like 2 months. It's like I just recently got that back.
Yeah. I think my ultimate comfort is Pink Floyd. Kind of listen to them anywhere, anytime, any mood.
Mm-hmm.
So my favorite like Pink Floyd moment that I've had a lot in high school, like just me and friends discovering that and listening to it, and all the things
Drugs.
that no. And so recently, I would say maybe a few years ago, Kelly bought me a gift certificate for a isolation chamber float thing. You know what those are?
Yeah. Where is that here?
Yeah, there's a few in town. So I talked to the guy and kind of said, hey, I want to do this. Like it seems like it'd be something that would be relaxing and I would enjoy, but I have anxiety and I don't want to be kind of locked in there alone with my thought. Like it just doesn't seem like, if I don't think anything's going to happen, but I might panic, and I just need something to kind of center me and give me something to focus on. He was like, okay, well, you can play music. And I was like, oh my God. So I listened to Animals, like from start to finish, completely blacked out, like completely dark, floating in like nothing, like just weightless, and listened to that whole album. And part of the next one that popped up on my phone, I can't remember, but it was amazing. Like, loved it.
I just want to try that.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Joe Rogan says it'll open your mind.
Yeah, taking other things with that too. Like another thing that's kind of an ultimate comfort food thing for me is death metal. And I know it might sound weird, but it just, especially like older stuff, and not necessarily even death metal, just older metal like Sepultura or some Testament, things like that I can kind of go back to. But just really kind of almost any death metal that I like, Necrophagist or other, bands like Nile, or just any kind of death metal kind of helps me focus and deal with and release stress, and it just kind of helps center me. And I know that sounds weird, or could sound weird to someone, but I love death metal, and it makes me happy.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's like the way like running or exercising, it's puts all this strain on your body, but it makes you relaxed afterwards.
Yeah.
No, I get shin splints.
Yeah,
my back's busted already, so I don't do that either.
You got to get insults for shin splints.
Death metal gives me insults. That's what I meant. Anyways. For me, it's not really as much music as movies. That's kind of my ultimate comfort food. I like putting on a good movie that I've seen a couple times that I can just kind of zone out during. Like, all the Marvel films are comfort food for me. I love just, ever since Disney Plus came out, I like going back and revisiting ones that I haven't really seen that often, or ones that I haven't seen in a while.
Yeah, there are a few movies that I can do that with, but I need something a little bit more interactive. Like, if I had the choice between watching a movie or playing a video game, 95% of the time I'm going to play a video game.
I also really enjoy watching fail videos on YouTube.
Yeah. Well, I would say for movies, I would say Aliens is probably just easy. And I know that, again, that's like a stressful action movie, but just I've seen it enough and I like it
Ryan
enough
relaxes. Ryan relaxes while listening to death metal and watching Aliens.
Yeah, in a way,
bliss.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's
that's what you grew up with. Like, this whole thing is like, it's kind of like a little nostalgia itch. Like, you grew up with it, and it makes you feel comfortable thinking about the past.
But I would say even like modern like I watch YouTube. Like I kind of go down a YouTube rabbit hole every once in a while.
Oh, painting videos on miniatures are my newest
Yeah.
thing. I just watch that and it just relaxes me. And it's
ASMR?
like, delicious.
I watch a lot of like. Have you ever seen the Hydraulic Press channel on YouTube?
No.
I've heard of it. They just
You need to
smash a
watch
bunch
it.
of things.
He has a hydraulic press and he just does different experiments and tests different things with it, or just put some Play-Doh under it, smushes Play-Doh with the hydraulic press. Like
It's like those satisfying, like, visual videos where it's like someone mixing butter and it comes out perfectly smooth kind of thing.
kind
You know
of.
what I think you would like?
I watched some cooking movies. I watched some cooking videos on.
Oh, well,
YouTube.
speaking of cooking movies, I think one of my kind of comfort was the movie Chef with Jon Favreau. It's
Yeah.
just kind of like a feel good kind of. I could watch that like like once a year kind of thing.
Okay. I like that.
But going back to YouTube, I saw this ASMR channel called Ephemeral Rift, and if you're into ASMR, Brian, I think you would like this guy.
I'm not.
But like all his things centers around like kind of like occult and Cthulhu. What's his name? Lovecraft.
Yeah, I can-
apocalypse stuff.
Yeah, I can check it
There's
out.
like a Warhammer painting.
Yeah, I'll check it out. I'll look at that.
Yeah.
But like also on YouTube, I watch like Goldberg wrestling matches, or and I don't really watch professional wrestling, but it's kind of fun to watch some of those. Like I saw some that were just like compilations of like different wrestlers doing the same move. Like they did one, it was like all power bombs, and it just showed all the different dudes that used the power bomb as their finisher, and it was just kind of, I don't know.
It's
I just go
relaxing.
down-
It's not really relaxing. It's just kind of like, oh man, I remember good times. It's like
Yeah.
biting into some pizza rolls.
Yeah, I kind of go down a YouTube rabbit hole every once in a while. So,
Yeah.
Anything else really?
Some
Enjoy,
gaming
like,
stuff. I really enjoy going into like practice modes of fighting games and learning how to like master a character. It really just brings peace to me whenever I can like perfectly nail a 80% combo or something like that. Can't do it online.
I get frustrated at those and I stop. I'm like,
Oh, I like
but
the
yeah,
math of it. I don't know. There's a lot of math involved for fighting games, and I like breaking down the math of it.
there's some graphic novels that I like. Preacher, I can read Preacher anytime.
Watchmen. I think I read that
Yeah.
like every other year or so.
Watchmen's a good one to.
Spawn, for me.
Yeah. And then also Planetary. It's a little bit harder to read just because it's kind of weird and a little bit high concept stuff here and there. Sci-fi. But it's really good, and you can kind of read it at your own pace because there is an overarching story that ties throughout the whole series, but pretty much each chapter or issue reads like an episode of the X-Files almost, where they go and investigate this phenomena and that phenomena the next issue, and then there's still something that kind of ties it all along throughout. So any TV shows or any?
Just like the classics, Office and Parks and Rec.
Arrested
Yeah.
Development.
Yeah.
1 through 3.
What We Do in the Shadows has been so good, and it's just
Yeah.
comforting. Me and my wife are excited every single week whenever a new episode comes out. We rewatch the old episodes just because it's so funny, and like you can just put it on and relax, and it's like new comfort food. It's like you've discovered a new food that you enjoy, and you want to go back and eat it some more.
I watch Trailer Park Boys, like the first
Oh God!
7 seasons.
Before Netflix bought them.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so funny.
Yeah,
I just started watching that last year.
It's kind of Letterkenny with me and Kelly right now.
I'm trying to I like Letterkenny, but I really can't understand what they're saying, and Hulu's subtitles never match up with what's on the screen. So it's even funnier because we're sitting here. It's like maybe 20 minutes later that are on the subtitles.
Yeah, Kelly's been rewatching Parks and Rec, and I've been watching a few episodes with her here and there, and I always forget how much I liked that show.
It's
Carrie
like,
will
every
put it on.
Every time I watch it, I catch something new I missed the first time through.
Carrie will watch it as we sleep. Like I'll wake up at like 3 a.m. and like I hear the show going on.
Leslie Knope screaming used to wake me up.
Me screaming used to wake me up.
Night terrors.
I was about to make that joke.
Yep. I think that about wraps it up. You know, kind of a short and sweet episode. Just wanted to talk about some things that just bring us happiness and
in these trying times.
Sane.
Maybe, you know, look into some of the things we talked about and see if, you know, how you feel about them, and or let us know your gaming comfort food or just something that is helping you, that helps you find your center.
If some of these games that we mentioned are your comfort food too, it's like, let us know. We'll play with you maybe.
Yeah.
Well, I'm always down for some Titanfall 2.
Yeah, actually, Evan is about to start that. He's been like super into Apex Legends, and now I finally convinced him to play Titanfall 2. So
excited.
Yeah,
Adrian, go buy Titanfall 2. I think Titanfall 2 is on the store right now for only $5 for the Legendary Edition.
Or $80 from my daughter.
No, it's like $5.
No, it's really $5 with most of the DLC.
Yeah, it's all free DLC.
Yeah, but I like those fancy skins.
Anyways, Titanfall 2 is fantastic.
If you don't know by now, go buy Titanfall 2. It's cheap and it's so good.
We talk about it like every other episode at least. Anyways, send us an email. Let us know your comfort food at nextgenretromen@gmail.com.
Mm-hmm.
You can also find us on YouTube, Podbean, iTunes, Apple Podcast, Spotify.
You can chat with us on Instagram and Twitter and let us know what's up at NextGenRetromen.
Check us out, facebook.com/NextGenRetromen.
Nice. All right. Well, thanks for joining us for this episode, and we will see you next time.
If you have anything you want us to talk about, please let us know.
Put those parental controls on your Switch.
Yes, put those parental controls on your Switch.
I know. I was telling Kelly, I was like, I think I have to buy Splatoon 2 now. She was like, no.
No. It's an okay game.